Imagine landing on a planet where the air crushes like an ocean. The heat can melt lead, and one small suit failure means death in seconds. Welcome to Venus, the most deceptive planet in the solar system. From space, it looks beautiful, bright, smooth, almost peaceful. But that is a lie. Because beneath those clouds is a world hot enough to melt lead, heavy enough to crush steel, and hostile enough to destroy a spacecraft in hours. Today you are going there. Your mission is simple. Step onto the surface of Venus and survive for just 5 seconds. That's it, 5 seconds. And even that might be too much. Venus is often called Earth's twin. It's nearly the same size as our planet. Its gravity feels familiar. And long ago, the two worlds may have started with similar ingredients. But Venus took a very different path. Somewhere in its past, the planet lost control of its climate. Heat became trapped. The atmosphere thickened. The surface turned into a pressure cooker. And what remained was not another Earth, but a warning. As your spacecraft approaches, Venus fills the window like a pale yellow nightmare. Beautiful from orbit, deadly up close. You begin your descent. At first, all you see are clouds, thick, endless clouds. But these are not water clouds like Earth's. They are loaded with sulfuric acid. If you could smell them through your helmet, you'd catch something like rotten eggs and burning chemicals. Sunlight barely penetrates this atmosphere. Everything around you is dim, blurred, suffocated. And the deeper you go, the worse it gets. Venus has an atmosphere made mostly of carbon dioxide, and it is so dense that it traps heat with terrifying efficiency. This is the runaway greenhouse effect taken to its absolute extreme. Outside your craft, pressure begins to climb. Temperature rises, systems strain. The clouds finally begin to thin. And for the first time, Venus reveals itself. Below you lies a rust-colored wasteland. Mountains, volcanic plains, broken rock, vast lava-shaped scars. This is not a planet that welcomes visitors. This is a planet that erases them. You bring the craft lower. Dust and rock explode beneath you as you touch down. For a moment, the surface disappears in a dirty orange haze. Then slowly, the dust settles, and Venus stands before you. The sky is strange, not black, not blue, just a dim, suffocating glow. The sun is almost invisible here, only a weak brightness fighting through the thick atmosphere. It looks like eternal dawn, a planet stuck forever in the wrong time of day. This place has seen visitors before. Soviet probes once reached the surface of Venus. Most of them died quickly. The famous Venera landers survived only briefly before the planet overwhelmed them. Machines lasted minutes, a couple lasted longer. You are about to find out why nothing lasts here. Mission timer starts now. You open the hatch. The first thing you feel is weight, not gravity, pressure. Venus presses against you from every direction with the force of an ocean. The atmospheric pressure here is around 90 times that of Earth. It's like standing nearly a kilometer underwater, except the water is air, and it's burning hot. You step down onto the rock. The ground is solid, dark, barren. Your suit struggles instantly. The outside temperature is around 475 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead, hot enough to destroy electronics, hot enough to turn survival into a countdown. Every movement feels wrong. The air is so thick it resists you. Lifting your arms feels like moving through invisible liquid. 1 second, 2, 3. This is not exploration anymore. This is endurance. 4, 5. You made it. You actually survived 5 seconds on the surface of Venus. But Venus is not finished with you. Because on a planet like this, survival depends entirely on your suit. And then, something fails. Maybe a seal cracks. Maybe a valve ruptures. Maybe the heat simply wins. The moment your protection breaks, Venus comes for you all at once. The pressure hits first. Your body is suddenly exposed to an atmosphere crushing with overwhelming force. Not enough to flatten you like in the movies, but more than enough to destroy your ability to function. Then the heat. The air itself is scorching. Any breath you try to take tears into your mouth and throat like fire. And there is no oxygen here to save you, only hot, dense carbon dioxide. You try to move, try to climb, try to get back to the hatch. But every second now belongs to Venus. Your vision blurs, your lungs burn, your body begins to shut down. And unless you reach the spacecraft immediately, this is where the mission ends. That is the reality of Venus. Not just hot, not just toxic, but overwhelmingly, brutally hostile. A world where the sky hides acid clouds, where the ground bakes under impossible heat, where the air is thick enough to feel like a sea, and where even the strongest machines from Earth can only borrow a little time. Venus may be Earth-sized. It may shine beautifully in our sky. It may even be called our twin. But there is nothing human about standing there. Just 5 seconds on Venus would feel like stepping into a planet-sized warning. A glimpse of what happens when a world crosses the line and never comes back. And somehow, that's exactly what makes Venus one of the most fascinating planets in the solar system. Because beneath all that hell is a story we still haven't fully understood. This is Alien Depth Films.